Isn't this lovely right here? This is the National Science Center for Education on Sukhumvit Road near Ekamai BTS. Anyway, so I went to see a movie. I went to see Ong Bak 3 at this place across the road right here, this movie theater we're looking at, which is at Ekamai. It's called the Sukhumvit Theater. But anyway, we got kicked out. I mean, we didn't get kicked out. We got asked very nicely to leave and our tickets refunded. And I think they're just being extra careful because the red shirts have been moving down the Sukhumvit, you know, in an easterly direction. And so I think you can see all these cars there. That's the easterly direction side of the road. And this one I'm standing on is the westerly towards downtown direction. And yeah, traffic is lighter, if not non-existent. Anyway, so no movie today, and I'm going home. Okay, so I'm still in Sukhumvit, and a break from the idea of the protests for a minute to talk about why I love Thailand. In China, when I lived in China, there was debris all over the streets, and it got swept up all the time, but it was, you know, food scraps and plastic bags. And in Thailand, there's debris on the streets, and it's beautiful flowers falling from the sky. Like, look at how lovely this is. This just falls from the sky and people sweep it up into baskets and throw it out because there are so many of them. Anyway, Thailand's pretty awesome. Also, you know it's rambutan season when you start to see the shells around. This is the outside of a rambutan. They taste like lychee, but actually the insides of the pits stick to the meat of the fruit a little bit, which is slightly annoying. They're really sweet and delicious though. So I'm walking home along Sukhumvit from the theater now, and this is looking towards my home. I've still got the flower here, looking towards Prakanong station from Ekamai station down Sukhumvit Road. And anyway, I got a call from my girlfriend who went back before me, and she said that there were a lot of people walking, and then, you know, there were some things smashed on Rama 4, and then there was an explosion and people running and screaming, but then that stopped, and then she walked home. So it looks pretty clear to me. So maybe that was over, whatever it was, and it was just a firecracker, but I'm proceeding with caution and going home. So this is my condo. I got back no problem. Although this has been smashed, unfortunately. The red shirts didn't stay around here long. They just came and were naughty and made a bit of a mess of things, and then went on and tried to block Sukhumvit, which is up here, down straight ahead, and then to the right. They tried to block that bit of Sukhumvit, but it seemed like the police are clearing that out now. Anyway, so there's a bunch of phone booths actually smashed up and down, which is really unfortunate, although I guess public telephone use is not really that common anymore. Blah, blah, blah. So anyway, this will get cleaned up. I'm hoping that this is just the last throes of, you know, vandalism, and then stuff will be clear and back to business again by tomorrow. I'm kind of excited to go back to work, actually, because this semester I have a 3-day weekend, and since we haven't been working at all, I feel like I haven't been able to enjoy my 3-day weekend. I know that's a little weird, but that's how it feels. You can also tell that it's durian season when you start seeing durian rinds all over the place. I really like durian, by the way, and these are actually really sharp. Everything's quiet back here. We're actually walking to Tesco Lotus. For those British people who know Tesco, will hear it's Tesco Lotus. Anyway, yeah, because there's an 8 o'clock curfew tonight, I just learned, and so we're just going to pick up some groceries so we have food to cook at home to make absolutely sure. And here's just, look how many just flowering plants there are all around. It's so awesome. Anyway, things are quiet back here, and we're fine. And we're going to cook a good dinner at home and respect that 8 o'clock curfew. Except that, unfortunately, as it turns out, the Tesco Lotus Express, as you can see here, is closed. And you got some employees hanging out front, but the windows have been papered over, and it says closed on the door, which I don't mind saying is kind of a bummer. So Tesco was closed, but the market, awesomely enough, is still open, although a lot of vendors have closed down. So we're going to have dinner after all. These are rambutan in their natural habitat, being sold kind of frantically because I guess everybody heard about the curfew, so they're trying to stock up on food. You know, not like stock up on food for the apocalypse, but just stock up on food for the evening, and then, you know. Sorry, I was saying stock up on food just, you know, for the evening and then close up shop a little early today. All the 7-Elevens have been closed, I guess, because they're worried about vandalism, which, as we saw earlier, is a valid concern. They've also been being naughty here at the bank, it seems. The alarm is still going off, and it looks like they tried to light a fire up there. It also smells like they tried to light a fire up there. Anyway, they're gone now, fortunately. Hey everybody, so I'm back at home now, safe and sound, and everything's okay. Well, everything is not okay. Everything is okay for me. And it looks like the wind has shifted. You probably can't see it because it's white on white, but the smoke, which now looks very white against the sky, is coming from Asso, among other places, which is one of the stops of the BTS, the SkyTrain along Sukhumvit. Red shirt protesters. I mean, they're red shirt protesters, but they're basically just the vandals who were left. You know, everybody else went home except people who like breaking things. And they set fire to some stuff, including a bus I'm looking at on the internet under the BTS station there, and Central World, which is one of the biggest and poshest malls in Bangkok, has been burnt to a crisp, more or less. And so that smoke that you may or may not see, again, white on white out there, is coming from those, among other things. Anyway, so this is the end of the video now, and hopefully, with the curfew tonight, they're gonna sort of clear out the rabble. And I never called the protesters rabble until everyone else went home. The people remaining, definitely rabble. Okay, so, good night.